Hey guys, Pharaoh here, and I am currently on my Death Knight, oops, didn't mean to open my back, showing you how I make gold using Jewelcrafting and Alchemy. As you can see, I don't really have that much gold right now, and that's because I recently bought a level 18 guild for really cheap for my alts, and I also bought some pants, or made some pants last night for my druid when she's a main raider. Anyways, I already prospected some of these, because I tried recording earlier, and for some reason the connection was just really bad. It was over 1,000 for both home and world, but it seems to be better now. So I'm going to continue this. So some of this stuff is already prospected, but basically what I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes Monday is I check the prices on the auction house. So I'll search for Elementium Ore and just see how much they're going for. Right now they're going for about 55, which is actually good for the server. Because the average used to be, you can see like 75, used to be higher than that sometimes even. But the ore that I have in my bags right now I actually bought for 30 to about 35 gold each, which is really cheap, at least on my server. And I'm also using the addon Auctionator to check the prices, and then I also check the prices of pyrite ore over the weekend just to see how much they are too. Right now a stack of 20s, about 75. 60 to 75 gold. But I'm not going to buy any right now because I have some. If you have a miner, obviously it's going to be a little bit easier. This tune's actually a miner. This is my Death Knight. But I'm a little lazy when it comes to farming, so I don't really farm ore. I'd rather just spend a little bit of gold and get a lot of it. But basically I'm just going to prospect it. They have to be in stacks of 5 for them to prospect. I'm going to prospect both the Elementium Ore as well as the pyrite ore, and I know there's a macro where you can do both at the same time, but I just use macros individually for them. It's just a personal preference, but I'll post the macro that I use in case you want to use it. But I'll definitely speed up this video because according to my number 1 key, I have 1590. And I think before, when I tried recording earlier, I had like 1600 something. So I'm going to go ahead and prospect and we'll see what we get. You might also notice I'm probably going to have to empty my bags a couple times because they're really full. So I don't want to delete that, so I'm going to go over to my bank.
Hey,
And what I might do, I think, is my hearthstone in there, and I'll put just a few stacks in the bank, and then I'll prospect, and then I'll get those out and finish prospecting those, just so I don't have to wait or have to keep emptying my bag. Guys, I'm finally done prospecting all this ore and my computer decided to crap out. Oh, and I actually forgot I had some still in the bank. So let's get those few and just prospect those really quickly. I forgot I stuck them in there because I didn't have space. I really need to invest in bigger bags on this tune, but since I don't like raid on her or anything, I don't really care. So I'll put that there. So let's prospect this really quickly, and then we will sell the gems. The gems that you're really looking to get are any of the Inferno rubies, also the carnelians, and then any of these two, like the zephyrite, the jaspers, etc. And that's because you can use them to turn them into higher quality gems, which is what I'm going to do. If it's sorry, I got a text and I like read part of it out on accident. So if certain items sell a lot more on your server, it's definitely better to do that. You don't necessarily have to make the exact same things that I'm making. I know on some other servers, the JC rings that they can make, like for PvP, etc., tend to sell pretty well on other servers. On my server, they don't really sell that well. I've made them a couple times in the past, and it wasn't as... I didn't make as much gold as I had hoped I would, I guess. So I don't really do that. I also don't have an enchanter that's high enough to disenchant them either. If I did, I probably would do that too. So you kind of just have to pay attention to your marketplace on your server and see kind of what works best for you. So what I'm actually going to do before I mail all of this over to my alchemist, which has to be, remember it has to be a transmutation alchemist, because what we're really interested in are the extra procs. So I'm going to just kind of check a few prices to figure out kind of what I want to make more of. So I'm going to look at the Shadow Spirit Diamonds, which are the meta uncut gems, and see, okay, they're like 320. And the one that I'll probably be cutting is this one, which is the DPS one. Which I need to get that cut. Oh wait, no, I have that cut. No, I don't have that cut. I need to get that cut, but I'm not gonna pay that much gold for it. And then I'm also gonna check the Inferno Ruby prices just to kind of see what they're sitting at, because I already have 12, so I might not really cut that many of those. So let's just see. Yeah, they're kind of low right now on the server. For a while, they were all going for like over 200, but let's go ahead and mail some of this stuff over to my druid, which is my alchemist, and send mail. Okay, so I'm gonna send her all of these, all of the green gems, and then whatever she just doesn't use I'll just save for JC dailies. And sometimes I check to see what the JC daily is as well, and then I'll sell them in stacks of 3 based off of that, because usually that can actually make pretty good gold with that too. Alright, so I'm going to put all this stuff down here. Alright, so now I'm going to switch over to my druid. Oh, and I'm also, one of my friends used to play WoW, but he recently quit, and has an old video card from when he recently upgraded, because he sold his desktop, and he actually is sending the video card to me, his old one, which is actually a really nice video card, so I'm hoping it'll work really well and my computer can run it pretty well. Alright, so I'm on my druid right now, so we're gonna go fly over to the mailbox that's near the auction house. As you can see, I got my 100 mount. Alright, and then, oh yeah, I forgot I had some of these on the auction house. These don't really sell very well on my server, but I don't really need them, so. Alright, so let's get these gems. Actually, wait, stop. Stop. I'm gonna get rid of the ones that I just so happen to already have in this bag, because I don't want it to like reflect the outcome just because I had these gems already. I have a new Mogget add-on that I've been using, so I'm gonna put all the ones that I already had in here. So I don't want it to influence anything. Put all this stuff back up there. Okay. Probably put some of the stuff in there just so it's out of the way. Alright, we'll use that as my gemming bag, I guess. Alright, so let's go back to the mailbox. I'll just go to the mailbox that's right here and open all the stuff. Let's see what we got. It might actually fill that bag. Oh, it did. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to open Alchemy, which I guess I don't have hotkeyed out here. Go under Alchemy, and we're going to look at to have materials. So I could make 17 Shadow Spirit Diamonds, 14 of these. I already had quite a few of these, so I think I'm just gonna make... I'm gonna make like 5, because I already have some, and we'll see if they proc. My friend's asking me to play LOL with her later. Which I actually started trying to re-download later, or earlier, whatever. Alright, so those didn't proc. Maybe we'll do another one. I'm trying to see if I can get it to proc, but it's not gonna cooperate. Alright, so Shadow Spirit, oh there we go, we got a proc. Alright, so these we're going to do 10 of. Now the Shadow Spirit Diamonds automatically create 2 each time, which is really good. And then they also have a chance to proc. I think the highest proc I ever got was like 5 or 6, I think. So there's a 3. So we're just going to see... Oh, there's a couple 3s. How many of these proc. And see kind of what we're looking at. Oh, there's a single. Usually they do 2. I feel neglected because it only did 1. Let's do a few more. I have a lot. I'm not gonna sell all these at once because I think it's kind of silly to do that, to be honest. I'm just do the rest of these as these, because if you're flooding the marketplace with something like this, you're just gonna drive the prices down even lower, and you're not gonna end up making a profit anyway, so why does it matter? I also forgot to mention, to do the carnelians into Inferno Rubies, you need heart blossoms. I usually just buy them off the auction house, again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes even Monday, because it's usually when people are dumping their product from the week that they haven't been able to sell. I don't know why I ran all the way over to this one when I could have used the other mailbox. Alright, so I'm going to mail Buffy all of these. Oh yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll mail her those. Now we're going to switch back to the Death Knight. Again, this is easier if you just have the one tune with both of these. Oh, and that's my new chess piece that I got. I really like it. It's the heroic piece. I got it last night. When we raided, obviously. Alright, so let's... It's actually loads better than it used to load. Okay, so let's open these and see what we're sitting at. Alright. So, I have a lot of gems. Let's go and stack those. Okay. I'm not going to cut all of them into one thing. I usually just kind of see the varying prices of... I'm not going to click on your bed. What's going on. So I go into the buy tab under Auctionator again, check the Inferno Rubies just before I cut them, just so I kind of see what I'm looking at. And sometimes, depending on how many are on there, it might take a bit. Alright, so uncut is 186, so bolds are less, so I'm not going to cut bold, but brilliant and delicates are pretty high. So that's what I'm going to cut. So, brilliant infernos will cut... Oh, I need my simple grinder. God dang it. I forgot the other day when I was clearing out my bags. I accidentally sold some stuff. So that might have been one of the things that I sold. So let's go over to the JC trainer and get my stupid simple grinder. Actually, I think the miner has it too, don't they? I don't know why I'm asking. It's not like, you know, when you guys see this, I'm already gonna be done, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Now I'm gonna be really annoyed. Is there a miner trainer in here? Okay, is there a supplier? Please have a simple grinder. Thank you, you are awesome. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to the auction house. I didn't plan this very well. I know, I'm sorry. Fly, stupid dragon. Gee. Okay. I got stuck. Alright, so I'm gonna open my little JC tab. I'm just gonna look under have materials because it's just so much easier. And just hide all of these right now. Alright, so I don't want to make bold. So let's make 5 brilliant, I guess. Of course, you have to wait. So 5 brilliant, let's make 6 delicates. I don't know. I'm kind of just guessing. And the precise, they're listed at 248, but they honestly don't really sell. It's the expertise, pure expertise gem. I don't normally sell them. Sometimes I cut them once in a while just to see if they sell. Sometimes they do, but they have to usually get pretty cheap before they actually start selling. And then if you want to, you can check the prices of some of these other gems, because sometimes they do sell. Usually the green ones I don't see sell, but usually the yellow ones definitely do. So you can see there's the PvP necklace. I think I said ring. I think there's a ring too, though. So there... I mean, uncut, there's still 6, so I would probably cut them. I'm not going to right now. And then you can also check Demon's Eye, which usually sell blue ones, which those are like 4 uncut. So anyway, so now we're going to check the Shadow Spirit Diamonds, which as you can see, I have 40. I'm not going to cut all 40 once again, because I don't want to flood the marketplace with them. I don't want to put a whole bunch up there. However, if you see someone putting a whole bunch up there, that's a really good time to buy them. Alright, so the reverberating, I guess is how it's pronounced. We're gonna do... We'll take a chance and do 5. Normally I probably only do like 2 or 3, but we'll just see kind of what they're sitting at. Okay, let's see what other ones. I can make the Ember, which is like all the way under there. Chaotic, all the way under there. You don't usually want to cut anything that's under what the uncut one is. Okay, so really this one's the only one that's highest because I don't really have all the cuts. Alright, so now we are going to list them, the items. There's 5 of these. Usually I take a look at what prices I'm looking at right now. So if you wanted to, you could probably list it at 424 and overcut this guy but still be under that guy. But it really depends, especially if someone has them in stacks, you can usually go underneath them. But gems, I don't sell them in stacks, at least not the meta gems. These ones you probably could, because sometimes people buy them in stacks. Just want to go ahead and list that. And then the delicates, I'm going to go ahead and list those. And I'm just going to look at the prices. Okay. And now these volatile earths, I'm just going to see how much they're going for. I'm just going to stick them there. So they're like 5 gold. I might save those for later and see what I can do with them. But I'm going to switch tunes for a little bit, and then I will log back on this tune and see what kind of gold we made. So, fingers crossed that stuff actually sells. Which it should. I usually try and list stuff on raid nights, because that's usually when people are going to be buying things. So, a lot of people raid on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Sometimes even on Mondays. But usually I just do it on these days. So it's like Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. I don't think I listed anything yesterday, but I'm doing list stuff today, so hopefully we get some stuff. So fingers crossed. Hey guys, what's up? So it's the next day, so I'm going to see what sort of profit we made. I ended up getting one of those in a raid, so that doesn't count. I use an add-on. I think it's called Postal, but I'll check in case you're interested. That doesn't matter. Got everything. Alright, so in total it was $16.98. However, I did sell a belt from like a random rare mob that I found the other day, and that was like 95 gold. So a little over 1600. There's still some stuff that did not sell, and as you can see I still have a lot of gems left that I'm going to try and look. So if you don't sell your stuff, I mean, you can always relist it the next day, or you can just hold on to it and go in that tab. So I might look and see what, actually I'm going to look at Infernos and see kind of like what the prices are now, if it's something that I want to relist or if it's something that I want to hold on to. So they're a little cheaper than what they were going for yesterday, but they're still higher than those, so I might relist them. But selling stuff really depends on your server. I've kind of found the things that sell pretty well on my server sometimes, and it really, again, it depends on the days, it depends on the times, it depends on your servers. You kind of just need to trial and error, maybe prospect a couple things, sell a couple things, see, okay, these gems sell really well on you know, this day or these gems sell really well on this day, which it could just be a complete coincidence, but you never know. And that's kind of how I've been doing it. You know, I usually just sell the red gems, and I usually just sell certain Shadow Spirit diamonds, like the cut metas, and you know, I use my alchemist to transmute things, so you kind of just have to figure out what works best for your server. I'm not an expert in making gold. I have 3,000 right now, which is probably the lowest I've had in a long time. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just kind of making gold and trying to get back up to where I was since I bought that guild and things. So good luck to you on selling stuff on your server, and if you have any tips or tricks, please let me know in the comments or tweet to me or whatever, because I would love to know selling stuff. And have a good day. Bye.